Can you tell us about season ticket equivalents? Where are you at?
Sure. We're finished last year just at 10,000. We went through that number this week, so we're a little over 10.2. Still in all the reports in for the week, but it'll be around that number. And we had a target to get to 11,000 during this current year, so we still think we'll get there. It's been it's a great week. It's the best week we've had since the 2007 Stanley Cup Finals. So it's been really steady since the All-Star announcement, and started to get better, as people got back from Labor Day. So it's been good, really good.
And so,
For us to be able to spend dollar for dollar, we have to get into the second round of playoffs to break even. Put it that way. With the spend that we're currently doing on players, and I think over the last couple of years, we have been drafting very, very well. We've been able to, and we're developing players. We have tremendous depth now, and we don't have to spend the millions and millions of dollars for players that otherwise shouldn't be making, half of that. It is a fantasy come true. It's something that I'm very fortunate to have been able to do, and feel that it's an honor to be able to own a professional sports team, never mind a hockey team in your own country, and in your own province, and then especially in a market like this where people are, hockey crazy. So it's a lot of fun. I do get involved in, for example, speaking to Brian about, where do we stand, where do we, who does he see, what did he see at training camp? So I get involved as much as I want to get involved. I never miss a game, either on television or live, never. And it just, it makes my day. It just, every day you wake up and you look at the schedule, and if there's not a game that night, well, it's going to be a slow night at the Melnyk household. It's something's going on the ice that we both obviously saw. And it's usually something like a hit or a penalty, or it's not about art. It's something that's going on the ice. I don't hesitate calling. It'd be it may happen 5 times a year, 10 times tops, and I'll just say, "Did you see that hit?" Yes, we did. The same with the commissioner. I will email the commissioner during a game, from time to time, maybe, again, 5, 10 times a year.
how about that kind of a thing?
Yeah, I'd say take a look at, at 10 minutes and 15 seconds of the first period, did you see the blow to the head? Something like that. And he's very good at responding. He will respond to you within 30 minutes.
Sometimes I followed up with Coley Campbell or Terry Gregson
right.
and said, how can a referee miss a blow to the head when we've talked about it all summer, and the kid has a concussion and is out? And one of the comments back was size difference. I said, that has nothing to do with it. We've made it very clear, an elbow to the head, doesn't matter if you're 6'8" each, it's a factor, and we've got to do something about it. So Eugene and I talked about that.
Yeah. Basically, the Canadian teams, the Quebec situation would be, I think for us here in Ottawa, would be a lot of fun. Here we would have another rivalry that would happen. I think it would help the attendance and obviously the television audience. And but they've got to sort themselves out. I think that I can't speak for all the other owners, but for the Senators organization, there's no question that I would love to see it. And but they have to be able to make their own commercial case for it. That's all. What I don't think anybody can support and won't support is if the franchises come into the league weak, and then 5 years later we find that out, and now we have another problem child. You don't want that to happen.
Are you able to say where your grievance with the Danny Heatley matter sits?
Sure.
Where it is?
It's in line. There is a lineup ahead of us, and of grievances that. So it's strictly a scheduling issue at this point.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for doing that.
It's going to be a great season.